into a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Baptist Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing. HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. A little good, a little bad yesterday. Tiger basketball squad in overtime. They get it done against Alabama. Really nice win on your home floor. That's a quad one win on your home floor against a ranked team, so a nice win. Needed overtime. Shouldn't have needed overtime, but did. And they made the plays to win it. Really cool to see Darius Days have a nice day. Darius Days have a nice day. Now you go into the SEC tournament with a little mojo. We kind of know what LSU's draw is now, because there was like a 5-way tie, like for the 5 seed. So, LSU is going to play Thursday. Hang on. They're going to play Thursday. I can't tell if they're saying they're going to play Thursday. They're going to play, so it's the second game. Thursday. Against the winner of the Mississippi State. I'm sorry, not Mississippi State. Hang on. It's the Ole Miss Missouri winner. Yes, okay. So LSU will play Thursday against the winner of the Missouri Ole Miss game, 25 minutes after the first game on the SEC network. Okay, that makes sense. So it'll be Thursday, probably during AFR. So LSU will play Thursday against the winner of Missouri Ole Miss. So very, very manageable game for the Tigers on Thursday. And then we'll see how deep of a run they go. And then a week from today is Selection Sunday. We'll know what their fate is. And baseball Tigers took it on the chin last night against Texas. Altogether, not an awful performance. Ty Floyd gave up 4 runs in 1 inning, and boy, had a chance to get out of it. There was the dribbler down the third baseline, and instead of just eating it and having the bases loaded with 2 outs, he hums the ball up the first baseline and run scores, and then he gives up the 3-run homer. So, a scoreless game is 4-0 at that point, and Tigers had a couple of chances to break through offensively, but just couldn't do it. So 6-1 is your final. If there's something that I think we've learned here the past couple of days, it's that LSU's elite offense. They've run up against some really elite pitching the last 2 days, and it's been a struggle. Trey Morgan was 0 for 4. But Cruz was 2 for 5. Doty was 2 for 4 with a walk. Both those guys got on base. Barry was 2 for 5. So those 3 all got on base, but nobody else did. Thompson 0 for 3. Joe Barrow for 3. Dugas 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. McManus got a pinch hit opportunity. He struck out. Gio got the start in right field, went 1 for 3. Travinsky got a pinch hit opportunity, struck out. Milazzo was 0 for 2. Stevenson got a pinch hit, base hit. So, but boy, it was just a struggle. They scattered their hits. The the tough part when you look at that final box score is both teams got 8 hits, but they managed 6 runs on their 8 hits. LSU managed 1. So anyway, disappointment, but you learn from it. Good to go in an environment like that and play a team like that. So I'm for it, man. All right, let's say some good mornings. By the way, shout out to everybody who came to the Hudco hat party last night at Pluckers. Had a good time. Truax was there. Shout out Jason Truax. Good morning. Kyle DeVille, Charlie Cavell, Kirk Taylor, Ryan Amanda Guidry, Bubba Tatum, Patrick Cason. Good morning. Good morning. Shelby Kelly, not the result you wanted, but you learned some things. Dutton is legit. That's true. Floyd Slider needs some work, but it's not terrible. Cruz looked like he's pressing a little. Defense is a liability. I have to clean up the errors. Yeah, 2 errors, and one of them was on the pitcher throwing it up the line. And it was pretty clear, I think, they went... look, they gave Gio the start in right and moved Berry to third and pulled Merrifield because he figured, look, if Merrifield's not going to be a lead at third base and he's not going to hit, then there's no reason to have him in the lineup. You put Berry at third base, you put Gio in the outfield, and you're instantly better in the outfield with Gio defensively. If Gio's going to hit a little bit, all right, like that. So they do have to figure that out. Yeah, I don't understand the Floyd hate that some of y'all have for a second-year player who last night went against the number 1 team in the country, and I mean, he threw a lot of pitches. Texas made him work, but I mean, he held it down. I mean, he only gave you 4 innings, I understand, but he's all the runs scored in 1 inning. But 4 walks were a problem. But anyway, look, Tristan Stevens, who pitched last night, trying to see if he's in the Baseball America Top 100. Ooh, did Masvidal beat Covington? No way. Got him. Huh? Oh, he peppered him. Okay, decision. Wow. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Okay, refocus here. I was trying to look up Tristan Stevens if he was on Baseball America's Top 100. Point is, the 2 pitchers that you faced the last 2 days are really good prospects, but you're going to face some other ones. I was thinking about this though. If there's one positive thing, 2 of the really difficult series that you were going to face on the road at Arkansas, on the road at at Mississippi State. Both those teams have lost their ace. Landon Sims from Mississippi State, we talked about yesterday. Looks like he's done for the year. And Peyton Paulette, we learned at the end of January, is done for the year at Arkansas, so they lost their Friday night guy. So, not that you ever want that to happen, but there's some teams in the league now that have lost lead pitching. So, I might work to LSU's favor. Trivia Carter, what's up? Merrick Mathern, Ian Ladner, thoughts on Jayden Daniels? Yeah, has he announced that he's taken a visit? I mean, people keep asking that, and all I ever saw was like speculation that he could. I mean, here's my thing about Jayden Daniels. For those who don't know, Jayden Daniels is a starting quarterback at Arizona State. He started there the last 2 years. Started as a true freshman there and has been a pretty good player for them. I like him. He's skinny, but he's like tall, strong arm kid. He can sling it around, and he's played a lot of football for them. So, yeah, my take on quarterbacks is and will always be, you can never have too many quarterbacks. I mean, look at Georgia. They just keep rolling through 5-star quarterback after 5-star quarterback because you can't have too many quarterbacks. Because invariably, in this day and age, somebody's going to leave. So, like, the 3 guys that LSU presently has with Brennan, Nussmeier, and Walker Howard coming in, like, they're not all going to finish their eligibility at LSU. I mean, you realize that Brennan had entered the portal, but and so he will be the first since Jordan Jefferson to sign with LSU at a high school at quarterback and finish his career at LSU. I mean, think about that. The first since Jordan Jefferson to sign out of high school at quarterback and finish his career at LSU. So you just got to operate under the assumption that you're going to lose players at that position. So if Jayden Daniels wants to come here, come on, bro. Come on. Let's go. Carl the Cat, what's going on, man? Crowd was electric. Big win. Basketball, yep. Brandon, good morning. What's good? Like the video of Drew at Daddy's Work. How's he rocking Drew? They're good. Drew's up. He's watching videos in the other room right now. Jude Sonier, good morning. Defensive errors are huge. They are. They continue to be, especially if you can't score, which they haven't really the last 2 days, off the starter anyway. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Good to see Cliff last night. Brian Penton, good morning from Roanoke, VA. Yeah, man, the basketball game was a lot of fun. You know, Alabama's a team. It was nice to beat Bama after losing 5 straight to them. Alabama is a team that you know what they're going to do, right? I mean, they shoot a bunch of threes, and you just have to make sure you limit their percentage and then box out, because basically their offense is 3-point shot and second chance points, right? They get an offensive rebound off of missed 3 and a putback. So, I thought LSU did a great job of limiting Alabama's, like, I'm trying to see Alabama's 3-point percentage, what they finished with in the game. Yeah, they finished 11 of 40, 27% for the game. That's wonderful. I can live with Alabama going 11 of 40 from 3. The problem is that Bama had 19 second chance points, right? When you keep allowing offensive rebounds and second chance points, that's the problem. Like, they had 17 offensive rebounds. So, yeah, that's the problem. That was the problem for LSU. The defensive strategy on the 3-point shot was strong, but you allowed 17 offensive rebounds. They out-rebounded you 45-33, I mean, in the game. LSU's second chance points were 13. Someone tweeted yesterday, like, Wade never makes tweeted at me, Wade never makes defensive adjustment. But I'm like, what do you want him to do? Like, seriously, your advantage in the game, LSU's advantage in that game yesterday was its size. Bama plays smaller, they float to the perimeter, they shoot threes. LSU's advantage was Tari Eason, Efton Reed, Darius Days. It's your size. It's put the ball on the ground, get to the rim and finish. And LSU did that. LSU shot 45.9%, so 46% from the floor. That's your advantage. Like, it was just two different styles. Like, if you're LSU, you're not going to play small to guard their shooters, because then you neutralize your offensive advantage. And you're not a good jump shooting team. So they played the game strategically exactly as they were supposed to. It's just two different styles. So But atmosphere was really good. It was nice to see him get the win. The foul at LSU with the 2-point lead, less than a minute to play. To foul at midcourt and put them at the line to tie the game was just, I thought I was going to throw up. I'm like, that's where, like, when LSU fans complain about, officiating, screwing LSU, this or that. Like, I'm not going to sit here, y'all know I'm not going to defend officiating. I mean, I've told you so many times that it's awful. But LSU similarly makes just heinous decisions. Like Tari Eason, who's going to be a lottery pick, fouling the ball handler at midcourt with a lead to put them on the line to tie. It's a heinous decision. Like, what are you doing? The camera caught Will Wade dropping a little bit of an expletive, yelling at Tari too on that one. They'll blame him. Let's see. Trey Guy, what's up? Keith H. Matt, after the disappointing loss by the baseball team, we need a little hustle. Okay, here you go.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario. All you need is Hudco. Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007.
All right, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. That's us. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. As a matter of fact, to make it easy, I will pin the Hudco website in the comments, so that way you all can very easily just go to the website and sign up to get a free no obligation roofing inspection. We could all do that today. It would be wonderful if everybody did that today. It'd be great. Let's see, Charlie, any word on Beloso? Yeah, man, I mean, it's what everybody feared it was. Mikey Corleone, good morning. Manny Troncoso. Kyle DeVille. Matt, I saw your video on Facebook about the teacher, and you're spot on. They're God's gift. Thank you for speaking on that. Yeah, man. So St. Lily and Drew School, they have like this video series where they ask the parents to speak about their experience, and so we recorded that months ago. That was a long time ago. We were maybe last summer we recorded that. It's been a while. Yeah, they edited it, and I think it's on Facebook. I don't know if it's on their Instagram. It's definitely on their Facebook. I shared it there. Kelly Gross, good morning. Chuy Gutierrez. That was an annoying game to watch. Texas made us look bad. Monty Braley, glad LSU got the win against Bama. It's frustrating watching them miss the 3-footers, make stupid fouls. LSU's elite defense played very well. They can go along with it. They clean up some of the boneheaded mistakes. Yeah, Monty, but the thing is, when you're 30 games into the season, clean up the mistakes is like, you're not cleaning up mistakes 30 games into the season. You are what you are, you know. I mean, it's really just a matter of matchups now. Like, will your errors hurt you? Will your mistakes, hurt you in the, geez, look at Jordan Davis. Y'all saw him run the 40, ran like a 4.8. Crazy. Big 350-pound dude. Fastest time ever for a 310-plus pound participant, since at least 2006. Crazy. Jerry DeLucky, what's good, man? Yes, sir. Said thanks for the little later morning scope. Jerry turned 63 yesterday. Jerry turned 63, came out to the Hudco hat party. That was really cool of him to spend part of his 63rd birthday with us at the Hudco hat party at Pluckers watching the game. It's great to see him, man. Edward O, why did he pinch hit Travinsky? You're trying to get it with one swing. I mean, Travinsky has home run power. That's why. Kid makes a mistake, leaves a fastball over the plate. Travinsky could hit it a mile. So, but it was a feast or famine play. You know, he was either going to homer or strike out, and he struck out. Trey, hey, Dad. Let's see. Merrifield needs to be in the lineup. I'm not so sure that I agree, Trey. I don't think there's anything that he's shown that warrants absolutely being in there. There are guys that need to be in the lineup. The guys that need to be in the lineup are Morgan Cruz, Dugas, Berry, Doty, and I think Joe Bear needs to be in there every day as well. Aside from that, man, depending on the opponent, I can make a case for a lot of different guys with the other spots and how you want to make it all happen. So I don't know that Merrifield has, at this point, been so good at any one thing that it justifies him having a spot every day in the lineup. So I mean, hence the reason he wasn't in there yesterday. I mean, they went they wanted defense in the outfield, so they put so they put Gio in right and moved Berry to third. They didn't feel like that Merrifield was significantly better at third than Berry to warrant the switch. So, let's see. Tommy Poole, morning Matt. Ump had a weird strike zone that periodically moved. Robo umps. I'm for it. Edward O, how many at-bats has Travinsky had this season? You put him against a great pitcher in a clutch moment. That's the role of a pinch hitter, though. You grab a bat and go hit. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it was you were in a desperate moment. You went and told a guy who could hit a homer to grab a bat and try to top or get within a run. I mean, I'm okay with it. More Matt, do you know who Goose is? Watched him do play-by-play for basketball. He's such a tool. Head to toe LSU gear cheering when Bama scored. No, I have no idea who that is. Play-by-play for bat. I don't know what play-by-play for bat. No, I don't. Ryan Pike. I want a week where all LSU sports win. Kyle Milliken, more Matt. I, as well as many others, bank plus. They're having some sort of glitch or hack this morning. A lot of people woke up with a zero balance. Thankfully, I have crypto assets to fall back on. The nature of crypto, right, Kyle? That's where it does what it's intended to do. Merritt Bethune, do you think the strike zone was a little tight for Floyd last night? Candidly, we were all watching the game. I wasn't so locked in with no sound on the TV. Wasn't locked into every pitch to see if it was tight. I think in any game, if you're looking for that, you could complain about an umpire strike zone. But no, it didn't strike me as, oh, this is terrible. And there were pitches I thought the ump missed, absolutely. But no. Let's see. Dat Cajun, Wendell Norman, Cliff Nelson, Taz, what's up? Can you see the Saints double dipping at wide receiver or signing someone like DJ Shark and drafting a wide receiver in the first round? I could absolutely see them signing a free agent wide receiver like Shark. And I absolutely believe they will take a receiver with their first pick. So keep in mind, Traquan Smith is also a free agent, so you got to decide what to do there. Is he back? You'll have Michael Thomas, Callaway, and Harris. That's 3. You're going to carry at least 5 on your active roster, unless if there's a guy unless if you count Deontay Harris like more as a special teams guy, so you keep a 6th. But I think they'll add 2 if it's 2 via the draft or 1 via the draft and 1 via free agency. I think that's probably a more likely situation. Brandon Ryder, how about the solid pitching? Freshman Dutton filled up the zone with multiple pitches for freshman. Oh, and we talked about when he pitched last weekend. He came in and pitched I think the 8th and the 9th in one of the doubleheaders last weekend, one of the doubleheader games. And maybe it was the Saturday game. Yeah, he was player of the year in the state of Alabama. And he undoubtedly has stuff to be a weekend guy in the SEC. Like he's that guy. I'd say he is now what Blake Money was a year ago. He's a guy that clearly has the stuff. Can he command it and and command a starting role, mound presence, and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, excited about him for sure. Let's see, Taz. I see Stingley sliding in the draft. The reports regarding his health. If you're the Saints, what do you do if he's there at 18? Taz. Derek Stingley will not be on the board at 18. I mean, if he's there at 18, take him. But Derek Stingley is not going to be on the board at 18. I promise you. Like, he's not going to be there. No way. Nolan Hamilton, how far can LSU men's basketball go in the tournament? Well, considering, all right, so in a literal sense, how far can they go? I mean, they can go to the Final Four. I mean, we saw Loyola of Chicago go to a Final Four. I mean, it's the tournament. Upsets happen. Cinderellas make runs. We saw George Mason as an 11 seed go to the Final Four. It happens. So, how far can they go? They go to the Final Four. That's what we're going to watch. What's likely? Let me see their draw. I think if they're a 6, I think they win their opening round game. And then let me see what that matchup looks like in the second round. And realistically, I think they should play into the second weekend to be a Sweet 16 team. So, if you're a Sweet 16 team, you play into that second weekend, maybe you luck up and you draw one of the Cinderellas who pulled a couple of upsets, and so you have a chance to go win a third game, make it to an Elite Eight. Sure, that stuff happens, man. It's the tournament. And this team's capable, but it's just going to depend on the matchups for LSU. If LSU's got to face a team with a dominant big, probably not going to go well. I mean, look at what Walker Kessler did to him. Look at what Sheboy did to him. I mean, teams with dominant bigs, which are rare in college basketball now, they've given LSU trouble. So, let's see what the draw looks like. Tyler Vods, what do you think of the Pels lately? Awesome, man. We talked about it a good bit. I'm fired up to see them on their 4-game winning streak. Who they've beaten and how they've beaten them is impressive. LeBron last night scored 56, though, for the Lakers. Boy, they needed that one, and that was not good to see. I was really looking forward to the Dubs beating the Lakers and having the Pels and the Lakers swap 10-9. Every now and again, LeBron can dial it up, can he? For an old man, he's still got some juice left. Joe Pyle, what's good, man? Is it me or does Coach Kelly refuse to throw any off-speed pitches during the first few innings? Maybe I missed some, but it's hard to pitch when they know they're throwing 90% fastballs. Joe Pyle, that's definitely part of Floyd's game as well. He's a steady diet of fastballs. So, but yeah. You ain't wrong. Eduardo, let's see. Taz, do you think draft capital for a team trying to land Peyton should be more than what Tampa gave up for Gruden? No, and I don't think it. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Taz either. Peyton was pretty adamant about that as well. They asked him this week if. About the reports from Miami with the Dolphins. And he's like, if the Saints had given permission to talk to Miami, would you have wanted to have the conversation? He's like, no, I'm looking forward to media. So, I think he's good and ready to tap for now anyway. What's up, Colson? Nice shirt. Yes, don't just hydrate, salivate. There you go. Energize your cells. Kyle DeVille, what are your thoughts on this New Orleans signs Jameis drafts Corral? I don't believe so. You're not going to invest $100 million into Jameis Winston and then go draft a quarterback in the first round. You're going to give your $100 million quarterback weapons. Seth Dore, 2 out bases loaded. Our coach puts in Hayden Travinski. Talked about it already. It's he was putting a sorry. I'm going to it here. He pinch hit for Gio, so against a left-handed pitcher, he wanted to get a right-handed bat in the lineup, and a right-handed bat that could tie the game with one swing, or not tie it, but that could leave the yard. So he went for the matchup. I don't blame him at all. He knows his team. Travinski's a feast or famine guy, so I really don't have a problem with it. It just if Travinski connects on a fastball and goes yard, he's brilliant. He strikes out, and you idiot, why are you pitch hitting Hayden Travinski? I get it. I get it. You were desperate. You were down 6-1. I mean, you needed a big swing in that moment. You weren't down a run. You were down 5 runs. You needed a big swing. Greg Phillips, what's up? Cale Reynolds, McManus, and Travinski are the same player. I'll take Milazzo as long as he stays above 230. That's likely going to be the case, man. Milazzo's likely is going to be your everyday catcher. Jeff McKithen, good morning. Scotty Nero, I was confused to why Coach would pull Hilliard to put Floyd, who's basically one pitch pitcher. That's not true. I don't understand the people who keep saying he's a one pitch pitcher. We've seen him throw a slider, struck out a guy looking on a curve. I mean, he's not a one pitch pitcher. If that's what's being called, okay. And if you're talking about a one pitch pitcher, I'd say the same about McHale. I mean, McHale throws a breaking ball, and then he throws a mid-upper 80s fastball. I mean, the thing... I'm okay... I'll say this again. I'm okay starting McHale Hilliard if you have the guy who can come in long relief behind him and get you to the end of the game. I'm okay with McHale if you're going to start him and let him go through the lineup once. If that's 3 innings, pitch into the 4th, whatever it may be. But McHale at this point in his career, we know what he is. Like, he's a guy that when teams see him once through the lineup, he's not as effective. He starts getting knocked around. So I'm okay with starting McHale, but you better have that guy ready to roll. So I like the idea of Hilliard followed by Jayden Coleman. Right-hander throwing big breaking balls, hard throwing left-hander. I like that combo. Well, Jayden Coleman's hurt, and he's done for the year. So who's the guy that follows McHale? I don't know. We'll probably find that out today. David Hawes, any insight behind the economics rationale on broadcasting Shriners Tournament, MLB Network blackout, low distribution AT&T? So, So the TV deal is done with the organizers of the event, almost like a bowl game. Like a bowl game, or they organize the game, then they go seek out a broadcast partner. I guess theoretically, they could in the future go to ESPN, but if you're having this game at the Astros ballpark and you're playing in Houston at the Astros park and the Astros are involved in it, well, the Astros have a TV partner, so it makes the most sense that they would obviously use their TV partner in putting that game on. What the economics are, like what the payout is, I really don't know, but that's why. But I hate the blackout. It's stupid. Maybe their objective is to push people to their digital platforms. I mean, that's what Amazon's doing. I mean, Amazon is bought Thursday Night Football and they're going to put the game on Prime. They're not. I don't know that Amazon necessarily cares too much about the football game, but it's trying to force millions of users to buy Amazon Prime, not to watch football, but so when you're on Amazon Prime, you're buying toothpaste and toilet paper and everything else from Amazon. I mean, that's the point, right? You're just trying to push people to a digital platform. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with the Astros Twitter and Astros YouTube channel and all that sort of stuff. Deborah Coward, Aaron Hornsby, Austin Kidder, good morning. Good day for the Tigers. Finally beat Bama in something. Baseball battled the number one team in a game that was much closer than the score suggests. Hey man, your 4-run second was your undoing, Patrick Case, Matt. Question: starting a second-year pitcher who never solidified himself as starter last year, but you don't have an option, Patrick. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I would much rather see how Ty Floyd does in that setting to see if he's ready if he could extend into the game, if he was ready for that. Because it's still the beginning of March, y'all. Like, I know nobody wants to lose. I get it. And a game like that could be a resume boost, but it's the hardest thing in the world sometimes to understand. Like, you're not sacrificing the game. Like, you're not going out trying to lose, but of course you want to win. But it's so much more important to find out about your team. Who can you count on in a clutch situation? Can you count on Hayden Travinsky in a clutch situation like that when you're on the road in Fayetteville? Are you going to put him in that spot? I don't know. Maybe not now. But you learn that now. It's why you go play those games. I'd much rather go play that game, lose it, but learn what you feel like you did about your team going into SEC play than whatever's going to happen next weekend when Bethune-Cookman comes to the box and you win every game by 20. You're not going to learn anything about your team next weekend. Mark Allen, what's up with Frank Wilson? I don't know, man. Talked about it yesterday. It's a legal matter. I think Sharon Lewis is going to have a really tough time proving that case. It's out of character for Frank. And I'll also say, boy, I mean, with the entirety of the Hush Blackwell report and Sharon Lewis's previous lawsuit, to have no mention of Frank Wilson in any of that stuff, and now it's curious, to say the least. Richie Burt, what's up? Mark, good morning. So shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Of course, you need an orthopedist, go to Brock, bypass the ER. If you're celebrating today and you jump up and you turn your ankle and you need to go to a doctor immediately, bypass the ER, get to the Brock After Hours Clinic. Blue Bonnet inside the Surgical Specialty Center, brortho.com, brortho.com. Of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. All right, jump back here. YouTube, smash that like button. 109 watching on YouTube, only 36 likes. Can we get that up, please? Thank you. Gracias. Glenn Garner, I not only voted for you, got my wife and dad to do the same. Thank you, Glenn Garner. I appreciate that. Glenn, I would assume, is referring to the Best 225 Awards. Very, very honored to be nominated again for Best Radio Personality, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge has been nominated for Best Radio Station. So if you feel so inclined, you want to take a quick second, I'll post the link. If you want to go vote for Best 225, I would greatly appreciate it. That'd be awesome. So I've been nominated for Best 225 almost every year. I've only won it, though, once. That's the plaque right up there. It was the 2020 Best 225 Best Radio Personality. So I've finished in the top 3 basically every time. And honestly, here's why it... Back up. Awards are nice, always. Everybody likes to be acknowledged and recognized for what they do. They're not like a solely validating thing that matters so greatly to have trophies or whatever. The thing about Best 225 that I think is very cool is it's voted on exclusively by the readership, by the listeners, the consumers. And quite honestly, when you look at the demographics that normally read 225 magazine, that's not necessarily a sports talk demographic. So when I've been able to be in there or do well or whatever, or 104.5 ESPN is in there and does well, that's really cool because it shows how diverse our listening audience has gotten, which I think is really cool. So that's why I like Best 225. So thank you, Glenn, for voting and for getting your wife and your dad to vote. Jonathan Martin, what's up? Brandon, let's see. We don't seem to have the capability to throw the ball to first accurately from the left side of the infield. They need to work on it, yes. Spurge, what's up? Brett Dagra, we'll be fine baseball-wise. We're going to lose some good teams. Encouraged by the bullpen. Clean up the defense. Floyd will develop a secondary pitch we will hit. Floyd has secondary pitches. I think they've got plenty of arms that they like. You have run up offensively against 2 elite arms the last 2 days, and it's not gone great. So, but again, look at the contrast of last night. Both teams had 8 hits in the game. They scored 6 runs, you scored 1. You got to capitalize on your opportunities. That's what LSU did not do yesterday. And Texas did. LSU throws the ball away, Texas scores. They get another crack at the inning, grand slam, or 3-run homer. So, let's see. Oh yeah, Edward Zion is back in NOLA. Saw that yesterday on Twitter. That's phenomenal. Shams tweeted it. Phenomenal news. Zion jumping on the bandwagon, bro. He didn't want to miss this train. So come on, get right. Get back here for the stretch run. Start to integrate Zion a little bit. I mean, you can be a playoff team. Let's go. Come on. I love it. How about C.J. McCollum saying, this is where I wanted to be? New Orleans, not just where he got traded, but he's saying, this is where I wanted to be. It's huge, man. It's validating. It's awesome to see. Spurge, Floyd looked like he couldn't wait to get out of the game, while Texas pitcher looked ready to tear someone a new one. Blake Watson, is Jayden Daniels seriously considering LSU? Don't know. I mean, people keep saying that, like it would be good if he took a visit. I think maybe at some point he might consider taking a visit to LSU. I don't know, but there's nothing planned or anything like that. Elite Goods LLC, what's up? Let's see, some questionable decisions have been made early. It's a long season. What questionable decisions? That's like, y'all coming at me this morning with the questionable decisions thing is like, it makes no sense. You're in the third week of the season with a new coach learning his roster and who he can count on in certain spots. What is the questionable decision? You have nobody returning from your starting rotation a year ago. Your coach is trying to figure out who he can count on in big spots and who he can give the ball to as he pieces this together. I have no problem at all with them starting Ty Floyd yesterday. Floyd's stuff is nasty. He has weekend stuff in the SEC. I have no problem at all with Jay Johnson saying, you know what? I know McHale's going to give me 3 innings, maybe 4, and I don't have Javen Coleman. Let me see if Floyd's ready to extend deep into this ball game against one of the top teams in the country, which would be a great telltale moving forward in conference play. Let's see how he does. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's baseball. You win games and you lose games. Like, everybody loses games in baseball. It happens. I would so much rather Jay Johnson take that opportunity to say, you know what, big spot here. I got a lefty at the plate with Gio, but I got this big righty who I know can go yard and can get me back in it in one swing. They just brought in a lefty. Let me get Travinsky off the bench and see if he can smack a grand slam here to get me within 6-5. He struck out. It's baseball. Sometimes dudes hit homers. Sometimes they strike out. I'm good with like living with the result. This is the thing that I'll always say about baseball. Like, and it's true in most every sport, but definitely in baseball. If baseball is a game of failure, we know that it's one of the old adages with the game. I am okay, and I can live with the result if there's sound logic behind why you made the decision. So why did Jay Johnson decide to pinch hit Hayden Travinsky in that moment? Because he's got the bases loaded. They brought in a left-handed pitcher. You've got a righty up at the plate, or you have a lefty up at the plate in Gio DiGiacomo, who's not really a threat to go yard. I've got this big bat. You don't have a pulse offensively. This is the first time you've actually had runners on base and a big opportunity. Here's your chance to break through. Let me see if Hayden Travinsky can get in there, get a groove a fastball he likes, and hit it out the park. I'm good with that decision. He struck out. It happens. It didn't work. But I'm okay with the logic behind why he did it, so I can live with the result. It's crappy to go back in hindsight and say, why would you pitch at Travinsky? He struck out. Well, what if he hit a homer? You'd all be going, man, it's brilliant to pitch at Travinsky for all the reasons we just talked about. So, like, logic behind the decision, live with the result. Woosah. All right. All right. Ultimate Warrior, I was shook about Joe Bear not being in the lineup Friday. He wasn't in the lineup Friday. What are you talking about? He started at DH on Friday. Edwardo, if not for a spectacular catch by left fielder, Milazzo would have had a nice hit last night. That's true. I thought it was going to get down. Beautiful play. Ryan Pike, Matt, it's Ivis. Coach Kelly's emphasized his staff on Louisiana ties. Besides the OC, I can't think of a coach who isn't from Louisiana. Have you seen that homegrown before? A staff that homegrown before? No, it's not just Denbrock. Matt House, the DC, does not have Louisiana ties. Kerry Cooks, the defensive backs coach. Robert Steeples, the cornerbacks coach. Brian Polian, the special teams coordinator, recruiting coordinator. None of those guys have Louisiana ties. It's roughly half that do. Hang on one second, y'all. Brock. Shout out to Brock, y'all. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Yes, so anyway, I think he did a good job of blending people with Louisiana talent and people who know him. Let's see. Taz, how far do you want to go in your TV podcast career? What's your dream job? I kind of have it, Taz. I get to cover teams I love. I make a good living. I work for a great company that have given me the opportunity to grow and scale. I mean, you always look if opportunities come along, and I've had opportunities, but none that have been good enough to get me out of here. So, let's see. Merrick, who's starting today? I guess Hilliard. They could also give the ball to Helmers. I think those would be your two options primarily. Let's see. Dino Zazo, PPI don't realize this Texas team lost. Oh, people, I guess. Lost to Mississippi State in a very close game in the CWS. They didn't lose much, if any, there as advertised. Only concern I have with JJ seems to be freaking. Freaking? Murder Giraffe, what's up? Jonathan, 8808, Scone. Time for the Hudco Jam. Make it happen. You know what? Asking you shall receive. Let's bring some positivity here.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario. All you need is Hudco. Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007.
Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. It's actually pinned there in the comments. Free, no obligation roofing inspection. We'll send a field inspector to your home, get up on the roof. You do not need to be home. Do you know if you have roof damage? Only two ways to find out. You either get up on the roof and inspect it, or you wait till you have water spots on your roof. And one of those options is better than the other. So let us give you a free, no obligation roofing inspection, HudcoRoofing.com. Hit the contact form. And remember, Hudco Hometown Hero Program, for every roof that we do, we will do an NIL deal with the athlete of your choice. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Taz, I'd like to see the Saints try to trade for Njoku. Sure sounds like the Browns are committed to him. But yeah, you want to upgrade at that point. I don't know what you have to give up to get him. Alex Day, man, heard earlier this week, earlier this week, I talked some trash to Texas fans, and Texas baseball Twitter is blowing up my mentions. You have to define blowing up my mentions, Alex Day. Glenn, there's 112 watching. I dare all of you get Scone 100 likes. So 103 at 48 likes. Thank you, Glenn. If you would just take a quick second if you're watching and smash the like button, that would be a big help. If you're watching on mobile, just X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then just tap live chat again, and the comments come right back. That's all on YouTube. Facebook, if you would like the page, share the post. That's used. And also, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching there on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. This is where we go live whenever we do Morning Scone or Nightcap with Scone or companion shows or anything like that. So thanks for being here. Murder Giraffe, did you see what happened at a soccer game in Mexico yesterday? I did not. John, morning, Matt. Is situational hitting going to be a problem for the baseball team going forward, or is it too early to tell? Way too early to tell. You ran up against a really good pitcher last night. Situational hitting seemed to be okay against Oklahoma when you tied the game in the 8th, and then again in the 10th, and then walked it off in the 11th. Don't be a prisoner of the moment, man. It's baseball. Tommy Poole, Matt, do you know how Junior Day went? I don't, Tommy, but we will get a report on the recruiting weekend on AFR Monday. Tracy Poole, morning, Matt, Tommy, and I really enjoy your show. Thank you, Tracy. And I also enjoy that both of you watch on separate devices, so we get 2 viewers in the algorithm for the price of 1. Thank you. Y'all have an awesome day. Let's see, Steven, the problem here, Matt, is you're incorporating logic and reason. Ultimate Warrior. So he's talking about Joe Bear. Why did they take him out? Because you're looking at a pinch hit scenario. Let's see. Oklahoma box score. I'd have to go back and see exactly when they did. Joe Bear was 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and so they pinch hit Bianco. I remember it now. They pinch hit Bianco to get a right-handed bat in the lineup. Joe Bear's a lefty. It was at a point where they brought in a lefty and they wanted to they had the lefty pitching and they wanted to get a right-hander in the lineup. So Joe Bear started off over 2 with a strikeout. They put Bianco in to get a veteran right-handed bat in the lineup. We've seen Bianco at times in his career actually have some success as a pinch hitter, so that's why. Matt Lusto, I know I'm late. Any word on why the switch from Hilliard last night? No. Sorry, Matt. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. Sorry, I can't say it. It's more. I mean, we've just talked about that a ton. And I think right now too many fans have a much grander perception of Hilliard than is the reality. I mean, I want to remind you that McHale started as a freshman, pitched really well, and then basically for the next 3 years was a seldom used bullpen guy until late in the year last year. I absolutely believe he has a role on the team, but we've got 4 years of evidence now that suggests McHale is good once through the lineup, and when a team has seen him, then they hit him. So I don't think McHale's a guy you're consistently going to count on to get you 6 or 7 innings in conference play. That's not what he's going to be. But he has said he's more comfortable in the starting role. So, okay, you want to start him, let him get you 2-3 innings, and then hand the ball off to somebody who can get you, through the game in middle relief. Great. Well, that was Jayden Coleman. Well, now Coleman's hurt. So who is it? I don't know. So it was an opportunity to get Ty Floyd to start, see how we would handle that number 2 role. And I'm for it. I'm good with him taking that role. Trey Gray, good morning. Thank you for breaking down some of the reasons Coach Johnson made the decisions he made yesterday. Sure, man. And listen, I can't tell you that that's exactly what Jay Johnson was thinking. I mean, I can't tell you I know 100% that's why he did it. I'm just telling you this is why logically it might make sense. Aaron Hornsby, E-Rock said you never had the conversation to leave BR, so you're stuck. Well, she's very wrong. We absolutely did before we got married. Tracy Poole, what time are we playing today? 7 p.m. again. Glenn Gardner, my dad thinks Drew is the bee's knees. I'm adopted. He never had kids. Gotcha. Drew is definitely a blessing, Glenn. Thank you, man. Tell your dad thank you as well. Brandon, like Coach Mulkey's technical, almost as good as a Scone rant. It was good. She needed to get that technical, too. I loved it. A little fire. Let's see how the strike zone looked from the outfield. Behind the plate, it looked really inconsistent. Fontenot's family was pretty fired up. The Fontenos are great people. The Fontenos are morning Sconers. Really good family, man. Great people. Pulling for Devin this year. Hope he has a great senior year. Brett Dagger of Scone, how does the NCAA develop interest in baseball? It's a good product. I think it needs more national coverage. Brett, I mean, first of all, if you just think to where baseball was 20 years ago, it's astonishing. The amount of programs that actually invest in baseball, the fact that, one of the biggest things that's happened, think of this. During the skip days, the regionals weren't televised. LSU's were because Jumbo would come in and televise them. He'd do the local broadcast. Now, ESPN has the deal to broadcast every regional game on its streaming platform. That in and of itself is a huge way they've grown the game. And look at last night, man. 24,000 people at Minute Maid Park to watch a college baseball game in March. That's amazing. So, TD Ameritrade, the city of Omaha built a big new ballpark for the College World Series, and I think college baseball is growing tremendously, and will continue to do so. The more that administrators have realized you can either make money or not lose money in baseball as they invest into it. So. The more resources admins put into baseball, the more it grows. Paying coaches, better facilities, Oh, God, it was a walk. Jesus. LeBron. About 4 steps. Let's see. Alex, you got 500 engagements on a tweet. Yeah, I put out a tweet saying Texas's ERA would significantly increase after Tennessee and LSU. 500 engagements for me is a ton, yeah. Let's see. I gotta find you on Twitter then, Alex. I want to see it. Hang on. So you went and trolled Texas fans or popped off at the mouth. Let's see, what's your Twitter, Alex? I don't know what your Twitter is. Anyway. Taz, do you ever see LSU winning a national title in basketball? Yeah, I do, Taz. Because when you have the resources and you're willing to spend, you're gonna be able to get the right coach and recruit the right players to where it's gonna come together in a year. I mean, LSU's made the Final Four before, right? Did it twice under Dale, did it in 06, did it back in the 50s. Like, if you've made a Final Four, you got a shot, right? So yeah, I mean, eventually, it's the same thing I'd say in softball. Like, I think Beth Torina is going to win a national title because she keeps getting to Oklahoma City. Eventually, you're going to break through and win it when you're there. When people ask me that, I always point out that Skip Bertman lost in Omaha his first 5 trips. 86, 87. I'm sorry, they won it in the 5th. So 86, 87, 89, 90, 90. Well, they lost their first 4 trips and won it in his 5th. I mean, he went 4 times and lost before they finally broke through and won it. Then he won 5 in 10 years. You know what I mean? So you keep getting there. You keep getting more experience being there. Eventually, you're going to break through when you're there. So yeah, I do. I do think they will. Matt Lusto, I didn't see any reports of injury. That makes sense. Actually, kind of like the idea. Hilliard starting on Sundays, bit of a stabilizing presence when both teams have a lesser pitcher. Listen, Matt, my take last year with that team before Jayden Hill's injury was I loved LSU's plan on but now I'm getting crossways. Because they were going to have, I thought LSU was going to have one of the best Sunday guys in the country, which was all basically split the first 2 and you have an advantage on Sunday every weekend. Then Jayden Hill got hurt, everybody moved up, and yeah, I mean, you know how it went. But yeah, man, I like I like the idea of if you can get Floyd in the flow on Saturdays. Listen, there's not going to be many Saturdays, even in the SEC, where you're facing on like you faced yesterday. Like, you're talking about a guy in Stevens who's, I mean, in 3 starts hasn't allowed an earned run. You know what I mean? Like, he's good. He's a really good pitcher. I mean, you're not going to face many guys on a Saturday in a game 2 of a series that's that good. You know, that's like Kumar Rocker, Jack Leiter, Vanderbilt. You know, 2 guys that are both first-round picks. You just don't see it much. So, yesterday was tough, man. But Floyd will be fine. Tommy Poole, our new park is a shrine to LSU baseball. You know what's funny, Tommy? The new park is actually like 9 not so new anymore. It's 13 years old. It's not old, don't misunderstand me, but like you've seen South Carolina, Florida, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi State, Texas A&M. I mean, half the league has built newer, better parks since, since LSU built the box. So it's probably due for a renovation, man. LSU sent out recently the big fan survey for its, game experiences. And I'm curious what'll come back out of that. Taz, piggybacking on my last question, will Wade is good, but has LSU ever gone after big name coach, put basketball program on par with Duke or UNC? See, Taz, the thing is, man, like when you're LSU, you're not ever going to be able to attract that guy. Like, who's the big, the hope is when you're LSU, like you're not going to get an established championship caliber coach to leave a Power 5 program to come to LSU for basketball. In football, you can. In basketball, you can't. So your better option is basically what Florida did with Billy Donovan. You found the up-and-comer, the really bright young coach. You gave him his Power 5 opportunity, and he stays and wins. That's what LSU was hoping they did with Wade. It's what Bama's hoping with Nate Oates. They hired Nate Oates from Buffalo. You hope he stays. But could Nate Oates, some people say Nate Oates might leave Bama for Maryland this year. We'll see, maybe. But, that's the more likely scenario that you see play out at a place like LSU. Because Duke, Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky, oh, man. Duke lost in Coach K's last game. That was bad, too. Lost by 13. That's crazy, man. Too much emotion. Too much emotion in that venue. Good for Carolina. What a game for them. Bummer for Coach K. Loses last game to Cameron. To Carolina. With like 80 former players there. Hey, Drew. Look who's here. Hey. You want to come say hi to Dad's show? Huh? Come say hi to Dad's show. Hi. Oh, that was so sweet. All right, let's say hi to Dad's show. Can you say hi? Say hi, Dad's show. Mm-hmm. Can you say hi, Dad's show?
Hi.
Hi. Hey, where did you go last night? Yesterday, where did we go? Pluckers. And who did we see at Pluckers? Ryan. And what did you say to Ryan? And Terrio. You want to get down? Okay. Say have a good day.
Bye.
All right. Here you go. Here you go. We got a Drew appearance. At least we got one. A brief one, but we got one. All right. Aaron Hornsby. What's up, y'all? Let's see. Box needs to start with chair back seats down the lines. I think, Brett, I agree with you. I think they should reduce capacity, share back the entire venue, lines and outfield. Chair back, make it like a minor league park. Chair back the entire box. I think you could certainly add. A lot of people say they want a berm out there. You could do that. You could maybe add a berm that's like a student section, which isn't a bad idea. create kind of an atmosphere in the outfield like some other places have. You got some options, but then I'll remind you, like, when they built the box, they kind of totally forgot about the bullpens. Like, that's why the bullpens are on the field. They totally forgot to allocate space in the outfield for the bullpens. I mean, that's why they had to come back. That's why it's so tight down the lines. They had to come back later and be like, "Oh, got to put the bullpen down here." Anyway. That Brett, I've said the same thing about Tiger Stadium. I think they should chair back the entire stadium. They should reduce capacity, chair back the entire stadium. I've actually had a conversation with an administrator a few years ago where I said they should remove the East Upper and make that a giant platform deck, like an outdoor sports bar. Make it a platform deck with a full service bar, restaurant type deal, TVs everywhere. You could observe the game from the deck, but really it's an experience, right? It's just an experience to be up there to watch the game from there, and you reduce the capacity in the stadium. But they said it would actually cost more to deconstruct that East Upper. Like, to take that down would be like millions and millions of dollars. Britt Cantrell, we haven't seen an LSU basketball team make the NCAA tournament 4 years in a row since the 80s. Chill on Wade. He's young and learning too. Yeah, I mean, he has reset the standard and the expectations for this program, which is awesome. I'm with it. I mean, the thing that I keep reminding LSU fans is you forget where you were in the last year of Johnny Jones. I mean, literally the worst season in 50 years. Let's see. What do y'all want to ask E-Rock? All right, let me know if I haven't seen Trivia ask anything in here. I don't even know if he's hanging here at all still. That's normally Trivia's thing to ask E-Rock. Has he been here at all today? Yeah, I haven't seen Trivia. I don't think so. No Trivia. Hard to do Ask E-Rock without Trivia. I guess we can wrap it up, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching, as always. Glenn Dorner. All right, Glenn, if you want some Ask E-Rock, fire away with some questions then, man. You're the only one. Brandon's hanging out. He'll probably get some. I don't see D in here. So our Ask E-Rock questionnaires usually aren't, or who are usually here are not. So, Trivia. I'm here barbecuing. Okay, at 10:15 a.m. Okay. All right, Trivia. Do you want to ask E-Rock? Let me know. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. All right. Let's just wrap it up, y'all. Get going here on this Sunday. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching LSU baseball tonight. We'll look forward to that one. We'll be here tomorrow. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Do business with someone you know, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Well, now here comes some Ask E-Rocks. All right, hang on. Let me go see if we can Ask E-Rock. I'm only going to bring YouTube in there. So Facebook, the 25 of you watching still on Facebook. Here, I'm going to post the link. So if you're on Facebook, here is the YouTube link to watch Ask E-Rock if y'all want to come join us. Otherwise, Facebook, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you. YouTube, sit tight. Sit tight. We'll do Ask E-Rock. All right. Facebook, peace. Okay. All right, YouTube. Let's go see what E-Rock's doing. Well, I mean, I know what she's doing. She's laying in bed. All right. All right. go see if we can. What are you watching? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You watching?
No.
Are you watching Wheel of Fortune?
Yes. What's the?
What's the puzzle?
I solve.
I like to solve. Now he's watching elevator videos. I like to solve. Huh? I love you.
Going down.
Going down. Okay. Did you ride an elevator at Daddy's work yesterday? Did you go to Daddy's work yesterday?
Sunday morning. On Monday.
Tomorrow is Monday.
On a Monday.
On Monday,
New thing.
go to the
New thing.
New St. Lillian.
And after Monday, then.
Okay, let's go do some Ask E-Rock. If E-Rock's awake, I don't know if she is. She might be sleeping. She might be sleeping. Oh no, she is awake. They want to Ask E-Rock. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, E-Rock, nobody believes that. It's 10:15.
No, wait.
This is the middle of the night for you.
30.
It's the middle of the night for you, E-Rock. We all know the truth. All right, here we go. Let's get to
Is that
these.
thing getting me?
No, Erica, it's never getting
I
you.
have to ask. 'Cause
All right.
One day I don't ask, then it's going to get me.
Brandon, let's go.
Hi.
Ask E-Rock, would she rather watch you dance or watch you watching a Saints game?
Oh, God. I never want to watch you watch a Saints game. Dance, for sure. Watching any games with you lately has not been fun. LSU basketball is not fun at all.
They won yesterday.
Yeah, but I came and took a bath the whole time, so I didn't have to be around you.
Glenn Garner, ask E-Rock, what's your favorite candle? I probably make it.
Oh, really?
Well, Glenn, you might have just become her new best friend.
I love
Erica loves her a candle.
love some candles.
She knows that if she burns my house down, we are getting a divorce.
Anthropology has the best candles ever.
The best ever.
Quite expensive, but very, very good. Volcano's my favorite fragrance. But
Glenn, do you make the anthropology candles? I
But-
guess you don't.
if there's not volcano, anything, no lavender. Do not like lavender ever. No
I
lavender.
want this light on. Light in here.
No
Okay.
lavender. I'm not a big vanilla fan. I like florally, like roses, honey and milk. Love that. So Glenn, any candle. I love candles. Just no lavender.
Merrick Mathern, ask E-Rock, favorite flavor at Pluckers?
Plain. I just like plain. I don't like flavored chicken. I really don't like chicken, actually. I mean, I like it in a salad, but I'm never going to eat it without a salad. Like just plain chicken. I would never eat just chicken.
Trivia Carter,
Hi, Trivia. Good morning. Where have you been?
ask E-Rock, baby back or spare ribs?
Yeah, I'm never, ever, ever going to eat a rib. I'm not going to have a bone sticking in that thing, eating around it. It's just disgusting. It's much like eating a wing. It's disgusting.
If there's bone in it, she don't want to eat it.
I don't want a bone in the middle of something. That's just gross. So neither. I don't really like meat. So no ribs. No ribs, no chicken. I like seafood.
Ask E-Rock, D's what?
No, where is he?
He's not here.
Where is he?
I don't know. Brandon, ask E-Rock, is it true that the best thing about Matt are you and Drew?
Aw, who said that?
Brandon.
No, I'm just saying, like, is he asking that or did he hear that? I'm sure if it's Brandon, he said that on his own. No, Drew's good about me. I'm not that great, actually. Hey, Drew. You wanna come cuddle?
Yeah.
Okay, come cuddle.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock,
Not for that.
if a surf and turf burger is gross, like my wife claims.
After
What?
that, so.
After that show, we will get dressed. What's a surf and turf burger?
Well, surf and turf is like
And the Home Depot.
seafood and beef.
Oh, I don't think I would like that. No. After you go to Drew's house.
And who comes to you?
Who's coming to see you?
Is he getting into bed or not?
Oh, Terrio's coming to see you. And did you have Terry Ryan's forever? Woo, Terrio. Okay, go get mommy's phone. How about? Why don't you go watch that? Do you know how many times I had to do that last night?
Trivia card. I'm sorry. Tommy Poole asked E-Rock if she would sit through an entire weekend of baseball in return for a special favor from Matt.
Ugh. An entire weekend of baseball? I mean, what favor am I getting from you? Do I get to go like on an unlimited shopping spree?
I mean,
Unlimited funds?
on Friday, I got a text wondering if the Manny Petty Ferry was coming.
That's not even worth one baseball game to sit through.
Matt Lusto asked E-Rock. So, but by the way, last weekend we're sitting here and you're like, "I pay for my mind." Blah, blah, blah. Less than a week later, you're out there asking for a Manny Petty Ferry.
Yeah, because I thought maybe you wanted to treat me.
And I got to hear about how Luis was back from Vietnam.
He is back from Vietnam.
I know he cried when he saw his baby.
He had never. Okay, don't even start about him. Don't make fun of him.
Ask E-Rock, oversized island or oversized peninsula for a kitchen renovation?
Oh, island. I love an oversized island. A big, big, open island. Nothing on it. No sink. Don't put your sink on the island. Just big, open island. Love it.
Taz, ask E-Rock, boiled crawfish or boiled turkey necks?
Ugh. Boiled crawfish, 100%. Who boils a turkey neck? Why would you do that?
I just knew the answer whenever I saw it.
Why would you do that?
You wouldn't.
Okay.
Trivia ask E-Rock, would you eat grilled dolphin?
I mean, if my dad cooked it, I'm sure it'd be good. I might eat it.
Merrick Mathern asked E-Rock, did Matt cuddle with you last night?
No, Matt never cuddles with me.
I just went to bed last night.
You never cuddle. So aggravating.
RD, the mayonnaise kid, asked E-Rock, gumbo or jambalaya?
Well, okay. In cold months, I want gumbo because it's so hot, but seafood only. In warmer months, I like jambalaya. So it's like seasonal for me. I don't want gumbo in the summer, but gumbo is my fall, winter
Ask E-Rock,
pick.
is there a candle fairy? Yeah.
No, there hasn't been lately. Candles come at Christmas time. Fairy means it's unexpected. So a fairy just drops in unexpectedly. That makes it a fairy. No candle fairy.
Ask E-Rock, blackened fish or baked fish?
Blackened. I love that blackened taste. I like things burnt. I like things that are burnt usually. It's so weird.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock, fall or winter candle scent?
Winter. Fall, I don't really love pumpkin, and everything is so pumpkin-y at fall time. I don't really love that smell or that taste. I don't want a pumpkin pie. It's disgusting.
That's so good.
No.
Oh, love pumpkin pie.
I don't want anything pumpkin latte. Everybody's like, oh, you want
pie,
pumpkin latte? I'm like, no, I don't want a
spice.
pumpkin latte.
Yeah, pumpkin spice.
No. So I like winter. I like peppermint smell and just that berry type smell, you know.
Ask E-Rock, Taz, ask E-Rock, perfume or Bath and Body?
Perfume. I love Chloe. Guys, let me tell you this. If you need a perfume fragrance for your girl, Chloe. Chloe. The original Chloe, not Chloe Rose, not Chloe this, just Chloe. It's one word. It is amazing. I've been wearing that since Drew was born because one of his cardiologists or cardiovascular surgeons, maybe, Bastera, she was just a cardiologist. One of his cardiologists in the CVICU
Bastera.
wore it. Bastera, she was like so exotic, and she walked into the room every time.
Oh,
and
bro.
all the
Yeah.
nurses.
She's a Brazilian lady, and like you knew when Dr.
she came
Bastera
in.
was
But it
in
wasn't
'cause-
like suffocating. It
Yeah,
was
no,
just
you
amazing.
just knew her smell.
And all the nurses were like, I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, that's her perfume. She wears Chloe. Like everybody knew. So for my birthday, I got some Chloe, or Christmas, I got Chloe, and I've worn it ever since. I love it. So guys, Chloe, for your wife, your girl, the best fragrance ever. I get compliments daily.
Brandon Esky Rock, diamonds or black pearls?
Diamonds. I want shiny, sparkly diamonds.
Aaron Hornsby, Esky Rock, fish or crab burger?
Well, I like crab cake, so I'm going to go with crab.
Trivia Carter, Esky Rock, have you ever had an embarrassing movement in the gym or moment in the gym?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've fallen off treadmills before. One time, back in the day, whenever you had to plug your headphones in, remember you just plug them in a treadmill or whatever. And so I remember one time I plugged them in and they got caught and wrapped around the thing and I flew off. It was awful, awful. I used to go to Bally's and I'd had some incidents at Bally's for sure.
Glenn Garner, I make Bath and Body Works and Chesapeake Bay.
Really? Where do you do this, Glenn? What do you mean you make it?
He makes.
You have recipes?
RD, the real mayonnaise kid, asks you, Rock, do you like wax melts or are you just a real candle kind of gal?
I like a wax melt. I like a real candle better. And then I love diffusers, so I do like the oil diffusers too. And also for your wives, girls, Pura. So it's like the smart home fragrance system. I got that for Christmas from my mom. And it has, it's like a plug-in times a million, and so it does, you can set timers.
Did you say Pura?
Yeah, Pura.
Oh.
What do you think it's called?
I don't know.
It's called Pura. And so you can set like timers on it. So I have an app on my phone that controls like when the Pura diffuser comes on, or not diffuser, like plug-in goes on and off. You need more than one in a home. Lauren has 3 now, so I might need a couple more. Hint, hint. And then you can get the Pura scent sent to you monthly in a little subscription. So anyway, stop. So rude.
Shrimp tacos or fish?
Shrimp.
Trivia card or E-Rock, would you eat a dolphin but not punch a dolphin for $1 million?
Well, if I eat a dolphin, it means it's already dead. I'm not going to be the one killing it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting logic. Ask E-Rock, Jazz Fest or French Quarter Fest?
Neither. I'm not a festival type. I don't want a fest of any type. I don't want to be in a big crowd outside sweating. I don't want to be walking. I'm not a festival goer. I don't love concerts. I mean, that's why the fact that I want to go in the suite to this Garth Brooks concert is like a one-time request that you haven't come through on yet. And I love music. I always have music on. I'm always singing and dancing in the car. I love music. I am never wanting to go to a concert, though. But I do want to go to the Garth Brooks concert. And so Matt's got some work to do.
Tribe says, ask E-Rock, favorite vacation spot?
Beach. I always want a beach. Tropical, sunny beach.
Merrick Mathern, E-Rock sure has a lot of fairies. Tell me about it.
Hey, whoa. There's a ferry for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a ferry for
Ask
anything.
E-Rock, spring or summer scent?
Spring. Because I think spring is more like florally.
Glenn Garner, do you have a wax warmer?
I do have a wax warmer. With several different wax melt flavors. I do like a wax warmer. I love anything that's fragrant. And then Ross Dellinger came over the other night, and the first thing he said when he walked into our home was, "Your house smells amazing." Yes, Ross, because I love smells and fragrances and candles. So that's a compliment.
Trivia, ask Matt.
Oh.
Weird thing E-Rock eats. Because she's such a non exotic eater, she really doesn't eat anything. It's
You would think I'd be skinny.
you're very boring eater. We gotta get more protein. Protein is the key. The fact that you like what do you get at Burgersmith?
Okra?
Yeah, okra. It's so weird to me that you like okra because I just figured everyone just gets fries at their burger, right? She doesn't get fries. She gets okra.
Yeah, I love okra.
Yeah, I know. That's the weird thing I would say. I would never because you're not really
Yeah.
you don't try a lot of different things. You it's just not if we ever went overseas on a vacation, you'd be like, can I just get a hamburger? You'd be that American. That was just
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to make my own menu item. So okra. The fact that you like okra. Glenn Garner, will you make Matt send me an autograph hat for a case of candles?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right, Glenn.
DM him your address.
I don't think you can DM on YouTube
Facebook.
or text me. He says, I mix wax for those companies in Georgia.
Really? This is so interesting. Do you have like a studio set up in your home? Or like a workroom? Or do you go to like a plant? What do you do?
Ask E-Rock. The zoo or the aquarium?
Uh,
I knew the answer.
First of all, a zoo is extremely depressing. I do not like zoos.
Taz,
make
you don't know what
me-
you stepped into with this
They make
one.
me very sad. I don't like to see
She's
animals
sad at the
caged
animals.
in. I feel like they're,
They're living their best life, Erica. All they do is eat and mate. They are living their best
They
life.
do not look happy to me. They look sad. Animals in zoos look very sad. Now, an aquarium, I guess I don't feel as bad for fish. I don't feel as bad for them.
Oh.
Because they're supposed to be in a cage,
Or in the ocean.
which is like a big cage.
That's like saying living in the jungle is a big cage.
No.
Yes.
No. The jungle's way bigger than the ocean. It's not. You could go in different places, and the ocean is just water.
Erica, 75% of our world is water.
Who says that, Matt?
Oh, God.
Anyway, I don't like.
God.
Maybe I would have to choose an aquarium if I had to go somewhere. Now, if Drew liked
Oh,
it.
my God.
if-
Erica.
What?
The
What?
jungle is bigger than the ocean?
Yes.
Erica. Oh,
I've never
my
been to a jungle. I've
God.
never been to a jungle, so I can't say that.
Oh, my God. Erica.
Okay, stop. But if Drew liked the zoo or the aquarium, I would go and be happy. But for me, I just think it's sad. So I don't want to go to either of those places.
Glenn Garner asked E-Rock, I know you would like a dog. Do you have a preference?
Yes. Would love another Maltese. A little white fluffy dog. What?
A little white fluffy dog.
Or I love a golden doodle. Love me a doodle. So I would say a doodle or a Maltese. Neither shed. They're both super lovey.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, here, you need help? What? What do you want?
Videos on it.
Oh.
Videos on that.
Are videos on mommy's phone?
Videos on that.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Videos.
Okay.
Videos.
Hold that thing.
Videos. Videos.
Hold it.
I'm holding it.
Okay, I mean, just not looking. Okay, come on.
All right, she's going to get videos on Daddy's phone for Drew in the other room. She'll be back in a moment. Y'all are crazy, bro. Reminder about Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. While we have this brief interlude. Also, phenomenal meeting on Friday with a potential game coin partner.
What?
Phenomenal meeting.
What are you saying?
I'm talking to them.
Oh, okay.
Nothing about you. All right. John, Asky Rock, preferred experience to watch a movie, home or movie theater?
Home. I do not like a movie theater. The seats are not comfortable. I just don't. I like to be home.
Glenn Garner, why don't you like the camera? I'm sure you're pretty.
Oh, Glenn, you're competing with Brandon now. No, I don't like the way I look. I'm very critical. I'm very judgmental. I'm very hard on myself. I don't like the way I look, and really don't like the way I sound. But I don't have to hear myself. You don't really hear yourself when you talk.
Trivia Carter, Asky Rock, when is Brian Kelly coming over for dinner before Matt gets himself banned?
Ah, well, I was hoping Will Wade would come over for dinner. Love the general.
Asky Rock, creme
I don't know what I
brulee.
would talk to Brian Kelly about. He doesn't look very talkable, like very social.
Creme brulee or bread pudding?
But I think Will Wade would love to come to our house.
Creme brulee or
Could bring
bread.
his little girl and go swimming, make s'mores.
I'm sure they have a pool and
I don't know.
s'mores and all kind of stuff.
No, I don't know.
Creme
But
brulee or bread pudding.
bread pudding. I love a bread pudding.
Ask,
Never liked bread pudding until my adult years because, first of all, it sounds disgusting. I don't like the word pudding. I don't want pudding. And bread pudding is not really pudding. You know, pudding is like cold slop, and a bread pudding is more just like a warm dessert.
Ask E-Rock,
Why don't you let me talk whenever they ask questions?
because I'm trying to move quickly.
There's not that many questions.
There's
I
a
can
lot. We're way
expand.
behind
okay,
now.
Okay.
Ask E-Rock, if she says okra a bunch of times, does it really sound weird?
Okra. I guess so. I don't know. Yeah. I've never say it a lot.
Matt Lusto, or flan. Do you like flan?
No. Flan is another big blob of something.
I know.
on
Flan
your,
does not
is a
look it.
blob
I don't
on
like
your
flan.
plate with some syrup on it or something. It's cold and gross. I don't like cold desserts. I want it hot.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock, are you saying Mike the Tiger is sad?
Yeah.
Ask E-Rock, would you get jealous if... This is Brandon.
Uh-oh.
Ask E-Rock, would Matt get jealous if fans send you gifts?
No. Matt's the least jealous human being.
Tracy Poole says, I
Have
love
you ever been jealous about anything in your life with me?
Luis.
Stop it. No, seriously.
No.
Yeah, you don't get jealous.
Ask E-Rock. No, this was Tracy Poole who said, I love you, Erica.
Oh, thanks, Tracy.
Tommy Poole said, Matt, E-Rock, and my Tracy should have a podcast. Call it World, according to E-Rock and Babs.
Oh, world.
D.A. ask E-Rock, if T-Bob had a favorite rock band, it would
T-Bob
be...
made me cookies.
It would be Little Feat.
Let's go back to the fact that T-Bob made me cookies.
No, they
might-
weren't very good either. You didn't even like them.
Yes, I
No, you
did.
didn't.
They were salted caramel. They were delicious.
They were not very good.
They were very good, and you're only saying that because T-Bob made them, and you ate them.
Well, I'm fat. I eat anything.
They are so good. He even said like keep them in the fridge, and he was giving me all kind of like
He
recipe.
did give you instructions. He was like, they're way better. Keep them in the fridge first and be cooled.
And then he gave me like recipe hacks, and he gave me like the recipe book he got the cookies out of. He sent me a picture of it. That was so nice, T-Bob. That was really, really nice of you.
He's not watching. Some opposing fans from Bama and Tennessee want Mulkey fired because she berated the ref. LOL. I detect fear in those folks. People actually have said they want her fired. Well, fans are stupid. Who cares? Taz, ask E-Rock, cottage cheese or yogurt?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I like yogurt. I just have to have mix-ins in it. So I need some almonds and I need some fruits. I will never eat cottage cheese.
Ever.
It looks like vomit. It's disgusting.
Ask E-Rock, Freddie or Jason?
Oh,
Freddy Krueger?
he
Or
wears the
Jason?
striped shirt.
Yeah.
Jason wears the like utility man jumpsuit.
The hockey mask.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like Freddy Krueger. He's got those long fingernails. Neither. I don't like scary movies or scary things.
Glenn Garner, dang, I sold myself short. Should have asked for cookies too.
Yep. Sure did. You just need a hat.
All right, I think we're done.
See, there wasn't that many. I could have expanded on some of those other things.
Boiled crawfish or shrimp?
Shrimp.
All right, what do you want to go back and expand on, Erica?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
Keep in mind, I've also been doing the show for 2 hours now. I'd like to go about my day.
So do you. I'm thinking I'm going to get a spray tan. So I don't look like a leper.
Why do you look like a leper?
Well, my tan drops when I do them. You're like, just go spray. I not exfoliated last night, so I can. If you don't exfoliate, then the spray tan doesn't work. So I'm going to
Freddie
get a
could
spray
give-
tan, and then I'm going to go to the Polo outlet and get Drew some new shirts because short sleeve shirts are way too little on him. And then I need to start cooking. That's what I'm doing today, everybody.
Freddie could give a heck of a back scratch, though.
Oh, he could. But is he going to kill me
Probably.
after he does
Yes.
that? No, thank you.
Tracy said Tommy made cinnamon rolls, and they're better than Cinnabon.
Oh, God. I bet they are. That sounds so good. I cannot eat a cinnamon roll. I'm way too fat for a cinnamon roll. But I love a cinnamon roll. Oh, so good. I love a cinnamon roll.
Okay, we're done. Glenn Garner, I will get Facebook and send you some candles.
Oh, and we'll send you a personalized hat.
We will.
I mean, I'll be the one going to UPS. By the way, UPS on Highland at the interstate, shout out to Barbara and to the man
I
who
went
owns
there
it.
like 2 weeks ago to mail someone a hat.
Okay, well, I usually do it. They're my people. That UPS is the best. Right here by the Heavenly Donut on Highland. Love them.
Brandon, have a great day, E-Rock, Drew, and Scone.
Aw, thanks, Brandon.
I wonder what his real name is.
It's Brandon.
No, it's not. He put Let's Go Brandon.
Well, his name is Brandon. He
no,
added the Let's
it's
Go.
not.
How do you know?
I 100% guarantee you the man's name is not Brandon. It might be a woman for all we know. Who knows?
It's not a woman.
Its name is not Brandon.
Brandon, what's your name?
I'm just saying Brandon so I don't say Let's Go Brandon every time because everybody knows what that means.
It's so funny. That
that
clip,
poor woman. Oh my
that
God.
clip was one of the funniest things I've
That
ever
poor
seen on
woman.
TikTok. She was like, I'm cheering for you. Let's go, Brandon. I mean,
They're
like,
cheering for
that-
you.
and I showed you
Listen,
that.
how great.
You
Like,
didn't even know about that. I had to show you that.
I
I was
know.
dying laughing. Like, because it was so bad, but
poor,
so
poor
good.
girl. Oh.
Poor thing. And I went to go find her, like, on TikTok and stuff, and she's like
Yeah,
non-existent.
yeah.
Poor love. Do you think she got fired?
Hmm.
I love her. I think she's great. I mishear things all the time.
Janet said, what are you cooking?
I have some fish. Oh, making some shrimp bowls for us. So shrimp and veggie bowls, some fish and veggies, and I got, what else did I get yesterday? I got some meat. Oh, chicken. I got you some chicken, some little tenders I'm going to do for you. Chicken.
Chicken of the sea?
No, just like
Just chicken.
Alexander's chicken.
Okay.
Chicken, fish, and shrimp bowls.
Okay.
And
We're
that's
done.
it. We're done.
Have a great day, everybody. Smash that like button on the way out.
Let's cuddle.
And call HUDCO and let us do a roof inspection.
And cuddle with your wife or your girlfriend.
Have a great day.